Hey guys.
G'day guys, we're here in Portland, Oregon, where the sun is kind of shining, but it is wet and cold.
Wet and cold November, rainy, breezy day.
Yeah, it's very cold.
We left off last time coming into Chanel Islands Harbor where we had no engine, we got a tow in. We woke up the next morning, it was time to figure out what was going on with the fuel system and the engine and try and get it working again.
So the engine here is obviously buggered, the whole fuel system in general.
Luckily there was a hardware store and a West Marine just down the street. We went several times and managed to find enough parts to put together a new fuel pump system.
Yeah, we put in the new fuel pump, which is right here. And then we put in all new hoses here to the filter. And then on the the supply side, coming from the engine, we put in a priming ball valve, because you have to prime it through the fuel pump before you start it. That's very important. And then we removed this ball valve, which was causing a problem. That wasn't allowing, it gummed up, and that was stopping the fuel from leaving the tank and getting through. So
we got the new fuel system all put away and installed and went and tried to start the engine.
Nothing?
No, nothing's anything there now.
Okay. I'm going to leave the valve.
And it still didn't start. We did a bit of research online and discovered that we probably needed to also bleed the engine itself, the little fuel cylinders on the engine.
Yeah, we weren't sure if it was a non-bleeding engine or not, and we don't know that much about it, so we're relying on our captain there. He relied on us to do a lot of the research on our phones and on the computer and all that stuff, so we were able to find the manual and figure out we actually had to bleed it. We've got the engine compartment open here again. We're going to take a look. I'm actually going to get a little bit of a crash course here on the injectors and how to bleed the injectors. Our intrepid captain here was happy enough to give us his wisdom.
Just these three here, right? Yeah, that's it. You got to crack this injector, and when you try to crank it, you wait till fuel starts coming out. The engine will start, and then you tighten it down. Sometimes you need to go through each injector to do it, but you might just need to go through the first one. Yeah, just try to crank it, and we're going to just wait and see until we have fuel here.
So we cranked the engine while bleeding, like one injector after the next, starting with the injector closest to the fuel intake. Bleeding the engine each time, when you're cranking it, is using the battery power.
Nothing now. What's that? No, when you hit the button, nothing happens?
We only have so much battery power until the battery was no longer. At a later date, we found out there was other issues with the batteries anyway, so.
There's actually a little battery jumper on board the sailboat. So we hooked up the battery jumper and were able to get enough power to finish bleeding the fuel injectors and finally got the engine started back up again. Even though we didn't like the engine, it was a good sound to hear once we got it up and running.
We also had a problem with the VHF. We did not have a working radio, it turned out. Somehow we left LA without ever checking it, even though I think we were told it was checked and everything was working. The antenna was actually snapped off. It was kind of placed in a weird spot, so we picked that up at West Marine as well. I traced the antenna cable all the way back. It looked fine. Still could not get it working. Ended up being the VHF radio had been fried, so we also had no VHF. We went back to West Marine and got a new VHF radio as well as a handheld, so we had both of them.
And we had radio.
We had a radio. Yep. We installed it and it worked fine. You can hear the weather playing, so that was great. And then finally,
it's time to leave Channel Islands.
Time to leave Channel Islands. Cheers.
we are leaving Channel Islands Marina, hopefully.
Hopefully being the key word there.
And we're back underway.
You'll notice Hillary and I are like the smart ones. We've got our life vests on.
Oh yeah.
So Hillary and I were in our life vests.
We wore our life vests. The others, they got one out and set it next to them once. So it was really helpful.
We headed out of Chanel Islands Harbor. Worked our way out past where we were towed in.
Motored on out past the seawall that we had to saved us when we sailed in behind it from those big waves that night.
Doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
No, that sounds way better than what they're saying. Yeah, I'm not seeing white caps out there. I'm pretty sure we're in like. It's like it's recording. It's. All right, let's see what you guys got going on. Crank a lot. Ship sheet's fine. You can see it right there. Nice and tight. Cruising that's 6 knots right now. 5 to 6.
We got up, there's a pretty good breeze coming off our port side, so we decided to throw the sail out and try that out. We convinced the captain to let us put the sails up.
Yay, since we're on a sailboat, it was kind of cool. Yeah, and we picked up like an extra knot and a half, I think, when we put the jib out.
Yeah, just with the jib.
So for those of you sailors would know or want to sail, the main thing that we kind of look forward to with that, our biggest goal is that self-sufficient kind of off the grid in a way, this power of the wind. Very different when the engine was running. Like it was just very, very, I don't know, it was just didn't resonate well to have the motor going. It was loud, it was noisy. Yeah, especially when there's no need. I mean, the wind was there, we were moving.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing to feel that you could just have that wind take you somewhere. And it was kind of sad at the same time.
Yeah.
We were cruising right along.
Yeah, it was nice while it lasted.
5.5?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe even a bit more. Between 5.5 and 6.
That's pretty calm seas out here right now.
Yeah, it's very calm. Threw the fishing line out behind us and had a lot of luck actually catching fish on the plate.
Bird's punching you. Come on! Oh, you need the net.
Yeah, the net's under here.
Yeah. Here, Todd. Come on. You're in. Going back there? All right. Come around. All right. I'm out of here. Coming through. Don't set the drag too tight. Fight it.
Oh, I see him back there.
Tight. Okay, let's slowly. There it is. I see something. Tell me it's a Dorado. Oh, it's what do we got? It's a little yellowtail. Get that net on that thing. Bring it around the side. Wow. Got him.
Got him?
Hey!
Yeah!
We got our first fish.
We were really excited to catch a fish.
Yep. And it was on our lure.
On our our
We no
little
longer
pink and purple lure that did really well for us. We
little
caught a lot of stuff
octopusy
with
squiddy
it.
thing.
It
Yeah.
was cute and it did well. The fish liked it.
All right, throw your line back out. Let's bust your more. Get it around that.
So we pulled in, ended up being a yellowtail we caught.
He wasn't that big though.
Not too big, but he was good. He was tasty. Tasty fish. threw the lure right back out and caught another fish right away.
Only now,
We had
like everything else on this boat,
everything was broken.
yeah, the rod was a piece of crap, and it
We had to, wind it in by hand
Yeah.
because the handle fell off.
yeah.
You want me back here? Maybe like this.
It was a pretty small fish that we caught, but the hook had hooked him right through the gills, so he wasn't going to live anyways. We decided we might as well make the best of him and enjoy him in some fish tacos for dinner that night.
Thank you, fish. Pretty good. The wind's kicking up. Whitecap here.
Later that afternoon, as we were approaching Santa Barbara, the wind and swells really started to pick up. It was a pretty bumpy ride as we were just bashing head-on into the waves.
That wet me. Oh, that's pretty wet. What?
Got a little soaked there.
I tried to drink a bit of my beer before. I think it's just full of salt water now. Yeah, that is a little salty, huh? Not very good. I'm pretty wet though. Drying off. The breeze is so good it dries you off, and then you get wet again. Every now and then.
Yeah,
My shorts
anyways,
are wet.
we had some pretty good big waves out there. We headed in as we were heading into Santa Barbara Harbor. It was forecast to be pretty heavy waves all the way up the coast to Point Conception, so that's why we are pulling into Santa Barbara for the night. We pulled into our slip in the marina just in time to catch an awesome sunset, then grilled up some fresh fish tacos for dinner and settled into bed under the stars in the cockpit.
Next time, right?
Yeah, next. We'll show you a bit of Santa Barbara and then we'll head up the coast and go around Point Conception, Monterey, and up to San Francisco Bay.
Oh my god, we're like going to the end. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to
Thanks
you later.
for watching. See you next time.
I don't know what I was going to say. Hey, but some of that was funny. You should probably use that in like a little bloopers reel like the
Yeah,
others
we
did.
should. What else? You gonna say anything?
I don't know. Oh god. Last time, so the four of us,
Oh,
five
wait.
of us? How many of us are there?
There's four of us.
Four of us.
A little bit of Santa Barbara, a little tour of the town and the harbor.
We have video of
marina.
Santa Barbara? No, I don't know. I was asking.
On the dock.
Oh, alright.
Got splashed a bit.
No, I got splashed a bit. Everyone else was somehow
I got pretty wet.
Out of the
I
way.
was filming that.
It's nice. Well, I got completely wet from head to toe. As you can see here, I'm a bit wet. Oh, you want to do it like yellow style?
Yeah.
Next time, we spend 4 days exploring Santa Barbara.
Shut up.
Ty decides to fly out, but the plane is cancelled and they lose his bags. Join us next time.
Join us next time.